greet. All right, so greetings. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm Amber Smith, and this is we're having our meet and greet for our board of directors. Today's date is September 22nd, 2023. And I just have a couple of things I'd like to go over quickly with you guys, and then we'll open it up for a little bit of discussion. So our mission and vision statement. Our mission is to revolutionize the learning environments of public education, allowing every child the opportunity to thrive. So our goal is to combine holistic best practices from teaching methods from around the world, the most innovative teaching methods from around the world which have both stood the test of time and are on the edge of pioneering a new best practice. So we aim to combine those the evidence-based best practices and inform them through developmental neuroscience, cognitive psychology. We aim to inform them with insights for mental health, nutrition, fitness, well-being, mindfulness practice, etc. My hope is, we're going to start with a kindergarten class and follow that class through 6th grade for our pilot program. And we're going to refine our method along the way, measuring success through learning analytics and different research methods. But my goal is, after we complete the early grades, that we move on to high school. And Evolving Education has partnered with a lot of people who are already doing great work in high schools. For instance, the Human Infusion Project, the School of Humanity, and there's several other organizations, kind of like micro schools, online high schools that we're working with. So another big goal of Evolving in Education is to bring sustainable awareness, sustainable living practices, regenerative land management, as well as different practices that can help save the world, essentially. I know that sounds bold to say, but I feel we have to make a drastic difference. And if we start teaching students, we can't go and change all these people's minds who's already their brains finished developing, and they're set in their ways. We need to start with students and give them the tools and knowledge that they need, the mindset they need to thrive and to help the world thrive. Because if we look at the state of the world right now, it's a little bleak, what we're doing to it, and everyone's sort of fighting over things that don't really matter. So just to spark joy within schools. And I apologize for the rambling mission statement. I sort of got off on a tangent there, but it gets terrifying with this Evolving in Education, because you'll be barreling forward and all of a sudden you'll look back and realize oh no, I forgot Montessori, or I forgot forest school, I forgot mental health. It's we can't forget regenerative land management and permaculture. So anyway, that is the mission and vision in a very large nutshell. We've already done our board member introductions. So the election of new board members, this won't be official because for one, I'm not going to be the one leading these meetings because that's not my job, I guess. I'll help facilitate in any way possible, but I have it on good authority that at least 2 of our active board members have voted you guys on. The 3rd is pending because that's the mayor, and he's been sort of ghosting me for the past month. But so if it's all right with you guys, we'll do it officially.
Tell him to hurry and vote us in so that he can get off the board.
I know, right? Well, it's the majority, so 2/3 has already voted you in, so we don't have to worry about it. We'll take him into. Bye, Ashley. Have a good night. Love you. We'll take him into consideration, but not going to wait on him by any means. Okay, so that's it. It's decided upon.
I'm a little behind here, Amber. I'm not aware of the other members.
We have on our board of directors is Jamal DePina. He's our Chief Technology Officer at Evolving in Education. And we have Derek Silcox. He's the mayor of Leeton, Alabama. It's a small town that's near and dear to my heart. And when I was working on setting up the 501c3, we had to submit with our paperwork 3 board members. And so I asked my mom and Jamal and Derek, the mayor of Leeton. I was at a town hall meeting down there, and I asked him, because we've worked on some projects before in the past. I asked him, would he be interested in joining our board of directors, and he agreed. But haven't been able to nail him down since. Like, we've had a couple meetings set up, and one of them he wasn't able to make, and he called me, but we haven't got him. He's a really busy guy, so I'm not blaming
He's the
him.
mayor. Of course, he's a busy guy.
I might have overstepped it, but I mean, he seemed eager to join, so. But yeah, we'll let him off the hook. We'll just keep him around for the name dropper. We don't have to, but I was scared to death when I had to set up this board of directors. I'm like, do what now? I'm like, I have to get a group of people and hand it over, and how am I gonna find these people? So
Once you have some momentum with the board, it'll be easier to find some people that have like feelings and maybe aren't the mayor of a whole town.
good call. Good call. Yes, I can see that now. Like, once the ball starts rolling, it's hard to stop. And I can't thank you guys enough for
And
becoming.
he helped get it starting. He helped get it rolling. He just
Yep.
doesn't have to. He doesn't have to follow it through the whole 7-year plan.
He's more like a sleeping board member.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And it's probably good to point out that he's the mayor of Leeton, Alabama, like I said, and that's where Evolving in Education hopes to start our pilot program in the kindergarten class. And this makes it seem like I'm doing it just out of selfish reasons, but I honestly hope to get my children in this pilot program. But that it's not contingent on that whatsoever,
But it would be great if it worked out.
It would be really cool.
Yes, it would be.
And yes.
Why make all the effort if you can't, if you don't believe in it?
Well, no, I'm very much planting trees that I know I'll never sit under, but it would be great just to be a part of it even more and let them have an opportunity.
Jericho was started by 4 parents because there wasn't a school for their kids. So they started it. They started the board. They were on the board for the school for their kids. So you're right. It is a tree you may not sit under, but doesn't mean your kids don't get some shade. It's okay. It's okay for you to want your kids to be part of that. That's why you're doing this, right?
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
if you were like, we're going to do this pilot program, but I absolutely don't want my children involved, I'd be like, I got to go. I know what we're doing right here. But if you don't want your kids involved, I don't think.
You'd be Steve Jobs then. No, you'd be Steve Jobs because he never let his kids, nor did he use any Apple products.
Oh, really?
Oh.
There's hypocrisy there.
Yes.
I'm just saying there's no, the 4 founders of the school I worked for, no one knew their names. No one who went to that school knew their names, but every one of their kids was there long enough to have a great education. So it's okay. I would like your kids to be in the program too. It means you will stay committed to it.
Thank you.
Right?
That means a lot. Yeah,
Right?
I agree. I mean, yes, so much.
I mean, and if you're going to start down that's a selfish feeling. Well, you're allowed to have a little bit. You're starting a nonprofit that, just spread the love to the other kids that are near your kids, right? That's how these things start. A love of a person or a thing that you want to keep or make better, and then your passion starts something that other people benefit from. It's okay to want that for your kids. I assume that's why you started it.
Yes, very much.
That was always my assumption.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate you saying all that. And I have to share with you guys something. So my friend who lives across the river in Florence, she has a daughter that's around my daughter's age, my twin's age. She's a little younger, but when I was telling her that I hope the girls will be able to be in the pilot program, she said, yeah, if Evolving in Education starts a pilot program in Leeton, Alabama, I want Matilda to be in it too. And that for me really means something, because no parent in the vicinity, no parent and I don't mean to talk bad about Leeton whatsoever, but no parent has ever said they want their children to go to that school. I mean, that's the last place any parent wants their child to go to school. And that's, I mean, that's the first place we're starting, you know, and my goal is to start with the first 10 countries that are rated last in the nation for education, child well-being, and literacy. Start with those 10. And Alabama's on that list. New Mexico's on that list. California is on that list. New York is on that list. I can't believe it, but those states, California and New York, are on the list of last in the nation for child well-being, education, literacy. America's like number 50. I can't remember exactly. Don't quote me, but you know,
It's
really,
not number one. It's not
Mhm.
number one. I can tell you that. Whatever it is, it's not number one.
for developed countries, it's rated like the last in the world for education. And I mean, that's what's happening. That's what on earth is happening. Like everybody's like you go, like it's sad. You go to a fast food restaurant and you can't even, like 9 times out of 10, they mess up your order. And it's like people don't have the competency nowadays, it seems like, and it's because we're not teaching people. We've let everything go to the wolves sort of, and everyone's just sort of spiraling to their own devices. Like I feel they've been
Or they're
let
spending a lot
down.
of time on stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah, they've been let down to education, like rote memorization.
It's become agenda driven as opposed to anything for learning, towards learning. Agenda
And who's
driven
making that
because
agenda?
and from my observation, when I was like public education in the US is free for elementary school. I remember that, and I joined in kindergarten. My brother had studied in India before he joined the US school, and he was bumped up, I think, 2 classes because his level was so high already, having studied 2 years in an Indian school. I observed that the US schooling system especially is set up in a way where the level of education, level of learning is very low initially, but very accessible. So everybody gets literate. Nobody's really getting educated or learn it. And as you go higher, the level of learning gets much higher and also unaffordable. So you have Indian kids and people from all over the world who are coming to the US for higher education because of the facilities and the infrastructure that's already there. But the students in the US can't imagine going into college straight after school because they don't have the confidence to. They believe they need the work experience to get higher education, to qualify themselves to even think about it. So I think that's a major issue that has to be seen at, looked at as well.
Yeah, we're teaching kids they have to, in school, they have to sit down for 8 hours a day and ask to go to the bathroom. And then all of a sudden they turn 18 and we're like, all right, you're an adult. And we don't prepare them for that. We don't prepare children for that, students for that. It's just like, you're a kid, you're a kid, you're a kid. Boom, here you go. It's all this responsibility. We don't teach them financial literacy. We don't teach them life skills. Like from what I understand, we don't, teach home ec, shop, sex ed. I don't know, because like I never went to school.
We don't teach morals.
We don't teach morals, ethics, social, emotional intelligence. I mean, there's so much we can teach, and we must, because go ahead.
I was going to say, you made a really good point about how steep that learning curve gets. Is that there's a kind of a big problem in our country too, with individuals that go to college and they start college and they accumulate all the debt and cost for college, but then they can't finish it. That debt doesn't go away, and they don't have a job that adequately pays because they didn't get that higher education. And then they don't have the other life skills you might need to have had, like the financial literacy or the social. There's some social issues that people don't seem to know how to socialize properly. And then you've compounded your problems now. So you've got like part of a college education and a whole bunch of debt, and then you're struggling through this society that you're not totally equipped to navigate. And it compounds problems that didn't need to be, that we could have addressed when they were little, you know, before they
Yes.
got so big.
Yes. And another thing is just having a college degree in today's world doesn't mean you have a career, you know?
True.
So
Like-minded people are giving opportunity to each other, and
Yeah.
it's that's wonderful.
gig, is it a gig something economy? Gig
The
and
gig
trade
economy now.
gig
Mhm.
economy.
Also, I was thinking about the digital nomad movement, how the digital nomads are also collaborating with each other rather than working with larger corporations.
Digital
Yeah.
nomads. I've not heard of that. I'll have to look at the global
Just
village.
going down a rabbit hole later to find
Yeah.
out what the digital nomads are up to.
Yeah. Have you guys used ChatGPT? I know that's a controversial subject, but
Yeah, ever since it's been out, I had, in fact, I've been using it to help me a lot with my images that I've been using on my blogs. I've been also using it as kind of like a food taster. So before it's a wonderful free way to get another perspective, or to make sure that what you're saying matches with the perspective that's out there already,
yes.
because it is
Yeah.
based in it. So it's a good tool, and we have to look at it as a tool and how it can be used as best as possible.
Yes, it is a huge resource. We have to watch it because it can produce false information and put you down a
Yes.
rabbit hole, like Cassandra was saying. But like I went to a
It's more
network.
for verification. I use it more for verification now, and for things that I would regularly need to outsource because I have limited time. So work that I was outsourcing earlier, I can get done now much faster and on my own. So that's really helpful.
People are shaving 2 days off their work week because of it. I shared with a group of people yesterday. I went to a fundraising event, shaping the future of fundraising. I believe I told you guys about it individually yesterday. But I shared with the group because someone had asked about making or comment posting YouTube videos on your social media with your nonprofit and it not getting liked from the algorithm. And they were discussing how reels are 64% more popular or something like that. So I suggested, when I had a chance, when they asked for input questions, I suggested using the AI tool WiseCut to help you edit that video, that YouTube video, because I've done this with Evolving in Education videos, edit that YouTube video and make it a highlight reel and add it as a Facebook reel. Additionally, like she had these 6 steps for like creating your message or something like that, 6 steps. And I had a thought how easy it would be just to take ChatGPT, enter the 6 steps I need done, put the mission statement in there, every other bit of relevant information, and that will provide an outline. I won't just, copy and paste it. I'll take the outline and work on it and have something to go from. Like it eliminates so much work and it eloquates your speaking so much. It allows anyone the ability to become an executive director of a 501c3 nonprofit, a good one, or to write a book or even to rig. Like I've looked up rigging issues. We installed this giant swing set and I had to figure out how to do it. And I was like, will it work if I take a load strap and tap it over the top and attach it to my car underneath? And I told them that's not advisable, but it works. They said we recommend you consult an expert. And second off, get some stakes and blah blah blah. But I mean, the potential is huge, and it's kind of scary to see everybody just terrified of it while it rages out of control. We need to harness it and utilize it wisely and ethically.
Well, I would
Yeah,
say it is a
in fact,
tool.
something that may resonate with Cassandra since she's mentioned her, her excitement when it comes to technology. I was working on an application, and there was a bug in the application, which needed to be coded to be fixed. The coding needed to be fixed. Now, I'm not a coder. I haven't studied programming. I managed to use ChatGPT to get me the code, tell me where to put it, how to put it there, and fix the app.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
as opposed to having hired a programmer to have done it for me.
It's an excellent tool. And I think that humans have been quite good at putting out misinformation without it beforehand. So, I mean, just, look back at our entire history of telling stories. We are good at misinformation without ChatGPT's help. However, if we can use it for any kind of good, let's use it for good and not evil, right? I'm
Right.
super for that.
Right. And we've been talking to robots for decades now,
We have,
I've
even
got
when we didn't know it.
Yep.
I've got a blog on my website, which is basically about Frankenstein and AI. You guys can check it out later. I'll send you a link.
Okay. Sounds good.
Very cool. Well, like I said, I don't want to keep you guys too much tonight, and we can
It's
say
my bedtime, Amber.
Say again. Is
It's
it
my
bedtime?
bedtime.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Amber, one thing I just wanted to say, I said, since we're on this now, we gaining visibility is important. So I found you on LinkedIn. I don't think you've set up a page for EIE on LinkedIn yet.
I have, but I haven't done it extensively at all. I'd be honored for you to help with that if you wanted to, or any suggestions.
So I think the board should just all link together on the professional side, and if they can update their profiles saying that we're in EIE, and sorry, and that also helps gain some traction on the visibility on the professional front.
Great
Yeah.
advice.
And it doesn't hurt that algorithm either to have your name
Yes.
popping up as attached to members, especially members talking to each other. That then spreads through the networks we have too.
Very
Yes.
good. Like I said, I created the page, and there's only I posted a couple videos, like those highlight reels I've made. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that, and I encourage you guys to do it. I will connect with you I'll connect with you both from Evolving in Education's page as well. I've done a lot of networking on my LinkedIn page and connected with a lot of great individuals out here in the education revolution. However, I was just thinking about this yesterday on Evolving in Education LinkedIn page. I've done very little. So I'm going to start connecting with all my connections on
Transfer.
mine on EIE.
So just one question in that regard. How would you like us to address ourselves? Just as directors of EIE or as members of board?
I like directors. That's up to you guys. However you want, really.
Yeah. So chief excitement officer.
I love it.
Cassandra. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Head of technology critique.
You guys can totally name me, put what you want down there. We have a chief technology officer, and I'm executive director. We have a head of neuroscience, a head of curriculum, sort of head of psychology, but director, whatever you like. I like project development. I put down project development for you, but I mean, you, whatever you like. Like I said, I'm just honored to have you guys. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And I'm so excited about that suggestion, Karen. That's very great.
That's a good
one. I thought something to just mark us starting off.
Yes, I can't wait. I hope you guys will do that whenever you get a chance. And I think I already have it on mine, but if you have any suggestions on how I should update it, I'm happy to do that.
I'll take a look when I get the time.
Very
definitely.
cool. Okay.
He'll ask ChatGPT to check it out.
Yeah. I heard somebody said that they asked if they want to chat. LinkedIn asked if they want to chat GPT to help them rewrite their bio. But do you guys have any? If you guys want to shoot in the email or just be thinking about a time and date you that might be good for you for our meeting. I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just so excited to have you guys.
No, I did think you'd be adding the other members on that email. I just saw Cassandra and Jamal
Oh,
and
on
me and
tonight's Zoom or the other one?
on the email that you had sent out.
Oh yes, I couldn't find Derek's. Like I've searched all my daggum. I know that's terrible, and I sort of wrote him off. I know that's horrible as well, but I'm gonna include him. I sent him a message on Facebook telling him about tonight. But
And
last,
is your mom also part of this?
yes, she is.
What's her name, Amber?
Noelle Smith. I was also going to add her, but something was going on with my keyboard. The numbers, I couldn't, like, it turns out there was this little bitty thing I had to push on the bottom left that I found out afterwards. I barely got Jamal's in there. I had copied and pasted yours and Cassandra's, but I promise I'll do better. And I'm not the one to be pioneering this. You know, I know slim to nothing about it. So I'm happy for any advice.
With the help of Cassandra's critique, we will hire a AI assistant for you.
Very cool.
I'll go out and scout them right now.
Very cool. I hired a digital assistant a while back, but she set up the LinkedIn and Twitter and
Okay.
TikTok. But yeah. But anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Maybe we can get something on the books for next week if possible. If that
Okay,
Sounds
well,
good.
you'll have my email. Keep me posted.
awesome. Awesome. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining. Have a great night. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Lovely meeting you, Cassandra.
It
Thanks
was
again,
great
Amber.
meeting you.
All
Thank
right.
you, Amber. See you later.
Thank you. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.